Hi, chess fans. This is a game from round 5 of the 2024 Olympiad in Budapest. It's Marija Zvereva with the white pieces representing Monaco, and with the black pieces, it's Yunshan Li for Canada. And we're going to bring you to move 29 in this game. And move 29, black wins a pawn. You can see that the rooks are doubled here, attacking this pawn and only one defender. And black wins pawn. White decides to trade rooks. And we have a position here where, okay, black is up one pawn, but it's a doubled pawn. And, it's not really easy to make progress as black. So I'm going to show you the neat maneuver that Lunshen employed here, and hopefully you'll get a chance to do something like this in your games if you're in a position where there's lots of pawns left and maybe just one rook. So in this position, um, she offers the pawn back, offers to take the pawn back, but what ends up happening is that ends up being the incorrect move to take the pawn back and become level because of this f4 check. And I'll show you what I mean here. You've got this king move, and now the rook is being attacked. And the rook has to retreat, and black gets to play this move, which really locks up all of these pawns. And then this move, which further moves the pawns up, and you can just see that this rook really has nowhere to go. So if you have a piece that has nowhere to go, eventually you're going to want to trade it, just to try to get that disadvantage off, because this rook here has lots of potential, and this rook here doesn't have any potential when it's right here. So she has to move it to this square. Unfortunately for white, after this trade, white is in a kind of a zugzwang in that if you look at the pawns, this pawn here can be moved, but if it is moved, it would be captured straight away by this pawn. So we can sort of say that you can't move that pawn. It's just not a good idea. This pawn, if this pawn moves, it could be captured by this pawn or this pawn. And if this pawn moves, it can be captured by this pawn. So the only move left now is for white after this kind of a waiting move is a king move. So now white can only move the king, and black gets to play this great move here because now black is going to be able to invade on either one of those squares, depending which way the king goes. The king goes one way. But that was an option, but black plays this move, which is actually even better, because after this take and this take, black is going to easily pick up this pawn and this pawn if necessary to take this pawn. But in the game, it wasn't necessary at all, and there was a resignation by white after this move. And you might be thinking, why resign? You've got this pawn here. We'll be able to come down and get a queen. Maybe not as fast as this one, but pretty close. Well, look at the queening square. This is a really, really key tip. Look at the queening square of this pawn right here, and look at this king. So we know that black is actually going to get the pawn across, make a queen with check. Without this check, it would still be winning for black, but there would just be a lot more work to do. But because of this check, what black can do is just put the queen here and sacrifice their queen for this pawn, because white is going to try to carry on and get the queen, and black will just kind of ignore that, take this pawn, and now when this becomes a queen, And look at how far away this king is. So after this move, we have a new queen. Nothing that white would be able to do to prevent it. And you can get a checkmate with a king and a queen fairly easily. I do have a video on that if you don't know the method. So well done for Canada. Yunshan really delivered with a win. And so we hope both Canada's teams continue to do well. Thanks for watching, everyone.